episode of 12-Inch Figure Fanatic. Today we're going to open up the DAFTOYS Shawshank Redemption Andy Dufrane. Now I previously did the Morgan Freeman figure. You'll have to check out that video ahead of this one. But I was a little disappointed because that figure came with an Andy head and that's it. It didn't make much sense to me. It was almost like they were kind of enticing you to have to buy this extra set. And it is just a clothing set, and I had to buy a separate body, so it's just a lot of work. If anything, DAFTOYS should have done a 2-figure set, or just sold everything for one of the figures entirely by itself separately. But it was just a jumbled mess that I had to recover from by doing this. So let's check this out, and maybe it was worth it after all. All right, so here's that. It's called a 6-scale collectible figure, but it's obviously mislabeled because it's not a figure in this box. But anyway, I have this. I have the original head from my last unboxing of the Morgan Freeman figure. And I bought this body for $25, I think, on eBay. It seemed like the pretty close figure type. It was kind of skinny, so it worked for me. Anyways, let's open this up. So nothing much to the box here. I don't think this includes a head. Oh, it does include a head. So even more so, kind of confused about why the Morgan Freeman figure came with a head. So very good likeness. I mean, it's a little off. If anything, the eyes are a little too close together and maybe a little too squinty. They look a little Asian almost. Can I still say that these days? I don't know. Let's compare it to the one that came with the Morgan Freeman figure. Big difference. And I didn't even notice before, but this one has a little chip in the nose there. Anyways, so obviously this one doesn't look too much like him. So this one goes away. I'll keep this one. Yeah, it's interesting that they come from the same manufacturer because they're totally different. The paint job is a little bit better on the one that came with Morgan Freeman. This one isn't bad though. They got the 5 o'clock shadow thing going on, and a little bit of stubble, skin texture here. They did a good job with that. Let's see the backs here. So the hair is a little bit more shaved on the sides on this figure than this one, and I think this one's more screen accurate as far as the hairstyle goes. And they did the little bang there. They didn't do that in this one. But yeah, if you look at the profile, this one has definitely got the edge. Anyways, let's see what else we have here. All right, so we got the jacket, we got the shirt. I would hope that the numbers are screen accurate that they have here. I don't know enough about the film to know. So similar to the outfit that came with the Morgan Freeman figure. So the jeans, I mean, they got a nice a feel to them. They're thin, they're not too stiff. The stitching is nicely done all the way around. Same thing with the jacket. Got some boots, pretty nicely weathered. Nothing really to the bottom there, but nicely sculpted. I mean, it's not real lace, but you know, as you know from probably owning lace-up boots on your figures, they just kind of look cartoonish. They don't really look finely detailed like this could achieve just with a sculpt. You got the book with the chisel in there. So that, oh, do I have it backwards? Yeah. So that goes in there right like that. And it is actually legible. So open up to the Exodus, which is appropriate because there was an Exodus on his part. And, oh, can it come out now? Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Now, if it closed, that'd be even better. it doesn't close though, because it's just like, it's a glued in paper on top of a plastic sculpt. So it says Holy Bible, that's nice. It's like, it's got this sort of paper exterior. Looks like they tried to bind it, but it's kind of messy. And then, yeah, just sits in there like that. Like I said, it would have been better if it could open and close. I've seen some custom jobs that do that. I think there was a guy on Etsy a while back from Italy that actually made them by hand. And he's since, during COVID times, he went off, but he did some excellent 6-scale stuff. But it's decent enough. It'll be nice on display. And we have the figure stand, Shawshank Redemption. They didn't cut any corners. I don't think this is licensed, but they got away with this anyway. And you got the nameplate with the actual name. I love it. I love it. Goes in there right like that. Standard. And then you got the little odds and ends. All right, so let me put this figure together and we'll see what we got here. I'm gonna bring back the Morgan Freeman figure with his bleachers that I hate. I talked about that in my review of him. But let's set it all up and I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, so here he is all set up. I got him with the Morgan Freeman figure that I did the previous review on. And here he is. They're both in the same position of the famous scene in the film where they're playing chess. I didn't bother bringing out the chess table because as I pointed out in the other video, they didn't bother to make the pieces magnetic and attach to the board more easily. And so they just kind of go all over the place. It's just kind of a mess. But a few things to note here. One, and the most important, is if you'll notice they're wearing two different types of shirts, even though they're, you know, supposed to be wearing the same uniform in the film. Well, I did a little bit of a deep dive into the costuming of the film, and obviously they were in there for a very long time, so you're kind of going through eras in the film, right? And in one era, everybody wore the striped shirt, and in one area, everyone wore this baby blue shirt. So Morgan Freeman came with one style and he came with the other, even though in the film, in this scene, they're both wearing the striped shirt. So it's kind of film inaccurate at this point, and at the very least, it doesn't make sense that they're wearing two different shirts. So that's one thing off the bat. Other than that, it looks good put together. The head, I'm impressed. You know, it's, like I said, there's some shortcomings with it, but they did a pretty good job with it. I like the depth of the skin tone and the paint job on it. The eyes they did very well. The numbers are different, so at least they got the numbers right. And yeah, so scale of 1 to 10, just because of all this mess I had to go through. And this head that came with the Morgan Freeman still doesn't make sense to me. It's useless to me. Useless is it. I'm gonna put it on eBay. So you look for this in the coming days if you want this head. Scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give him a, I'm gonna give him a 8.5, actually. He is wearing the ideal shirt. The striped shirt is in the most iconic scenes versus the blue shirt. So, and the head sculpt, outstanding. Yeah, I'm gonna give him an 8.5, which is more than I gave Morgan Freeman, I believe, because of these damn bleachers. Look at this, garbage, too spread apart, it's garbage. Anyways, see you guys next time.